Hello again, fellow YouTubers. This is DM Blairwolf, and this is my game table here in what we would call the dining room, but it kind of takes up the dining area. And well, my video tonight's going to be on the lower level of the Goblin hideout. Now, we're running two campaigns at once right now. This is the Keep on the Shadowfell level 2. We started that last week. And over here we have our continuing campaign from the Goblin hideout. Now, this was underneath the Goblin hideout was a spot where they were excavating to make room for more goods. As you can see, the goods are just overflowing this area down here. Now, where everything is nice and well bordered is where they're keeping all of their goods, over there and over here and some over here, although there is a small trap. But where this rocky terrain here, you can see with the barrel and so forth, this part here is still being excavated. It was dug out. It was a new area, and they had just started finishing it off and making it look nice when they ran into a problem with some spiders. And so they stopped excavating. The goblins did. They stopped excavating long enough to try and put together a group of people or goblins who would volunteer to come down to this area and try to exterminate these spiders. But the people that are running in the campaign, they didn't take the time to, interact with the goblins, per se, other than the ones that they killed. So they ended up just kind of sneaking past the area where they were having a meeting in the meeting hall about this issue and ended up down here on their own accord by this entrance here into that area. And therefore, the traps that they had set to keep the spiders from coming through the halls and area and into this to come up to the ground level, the campaigners were actually setting off these traps themselves. And therefore, you can see the bricks here. If you look at that right there, you can see that some of the rubble from the ceiling is really well defined. It's actually rocks, parts of the floor that's caving in upstairs and falling down into this pitted area. Now, there is a what was considered a main room down here, I guess, for someone to keep a tally of the goods. And the players had shacked themselves up in this little room-esque area and had barricaded the door so they could take a short rest. And they still have yet to come into this area or the area in question with the spiders that are inhabiting the unfinished parts of the dungeon. Now, this area here, there's I want to show you this. A small little rat hole here. This is actually a token I made. It's to look like the tiles from the floor above had caved in on the floor, and then the rats came up out of the ground there in that area. I guess it had spooked them or whatever and had them come out. So it's sort of a little woodsy. And then I just made it looks like it's a hole in the middle so the rats can come out. But I want to show you guys that. Just little things you can make on little woodsies that help define an area or a spot where things could be, interacted with. Now these little globy glass beads, I use those to simulate light. When people in dark areas say, "I'm going to drop a light rod or light a candle or whatever," I just kind of lay that. They can say, "Oh, I threw the sun rod into the middle of the hallway and lit up the area." I just kind of lay that around so that it represents that light source that they're creating. And then these spider web templates, they're just cardstock. Here, I'll set the spider aside. They're just some cardstock that I cut, painted black, then covered with hot glue, like DM Scotty showed on one of his videos, and then highlighted it in blue and then dry brushed it with white to make it look kind of billowy, like spider nest. And what else? Oh yeah, these things here. There's one over here as well. The players don't know it, but the goblins brought this stuff down here to try and draw the energy out of the spiders as they would come by the area there. They kind of made the traps so that they had to kind of go out around. And what didn't go out around would get crushed, but what was smart enough to go around the outer border would get bumped with these kinds of crystally like things that a goblin had infused with a type of spell to draw the life out of them, sort of like a life leeching curse. And these things were supposed to suck the life out of them, and even if the players get around them, it actually will drain a healing surge, and then it will weaken them, put them in a weakened state. They will be prone then till the end of their next turn, or I think was how we had done it. And then these spiders are just inhabiting the area because of the digging and so forth. They kind of were rustled up their nest, so it's kind of just a coincidence, but it makes for a great storyline. And I hope you guys like this. This is part of a campaign that I'm just creating as I go. So if you guys like it, thumbs up. If not, give me your comments. Tell me what you think, good or bad. Till next time, thank you for watching as always, and like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you.